Okay, now I'm back once again with another YouTube video, and as you can see by the title, we are going to be making DIY paintings, and they look somewhat like this. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these. They are very beautiful. I made this one maybe a few weeks ago, and I made this one a little bit after that. So we're not going to take that long with this video, so let's get straight on with it. The materials you need for this video is some paint. I use Craftsman. There may be $1 and some change at Michael's, and I got the black is Martha Stewart. It's a really thick paint, and that one costs a little bit more. What you need next is a clear container. You can get them from anywhere. A utensil, so I'm using a plastic spoon. A cup, I use a red Solo cup. You can use any cup that you have in your home. I use some Dawn dish soap. Also a white blank canvas. You can get these from your local craft store. I got mine from Michael's for about $5 and some change. You need some clear containers for the paint that you're going to be putting in them. You can get them from a chicken box place or order them online. I'm not really sure where I got mine from. You also need water from a faucet. So now that you know all of your materials, let's get on with the video. So for step 1, you need to get the container and the spoon along with the dish detergent. So let's take that right over here to the sink area. And what you want to do is take a container. Let's move the faucet. Take a container. Take the dish soap. You only need a little bit because, you only need a little bit of Dawn because it's strong soap. So just maybe about that much. That should be good, right? Let's make some. Well, that didn't work. But now you just want to run some water in there until you get suds. Then you can stop right there. Then you just want to pour the water out, but leave the suds in there. And do it kind of slowly so that the suds don't go out with the water. This should be enough suds for me because I'm using 6 colors of paint. It all depends on the size canvas you're using and how much paint you're using. So this should be enough for me. Now I'm just going to add a little bit water to this. That should be good. And then you just want to mix it. Take some of these suds out. And then you just want to add some more water. You don't want it to be watered down to where it's not any suds in there. You just want it to be more suds than water, but still kind of like what we just did when I poured the soap and then just added water. So since I already did step 1, step 2 is you need your containers for the paint. So you're going to need as many colors of paint that you're using. I'm using 6 colors of paint, so I'm going to use 6 different containers. Then I'm going to get my paints. And since my canvas is a small canvas, it's a 14 by 11, I believe, I'm not going to use as much paint because I just don't want to waste any paint. So only need a little bit. So just pour some paint into each one of your containers. These are like deli containers you could get from like a chicken box place, I believe, if that's where they have them. So you can use any color that you want. I'm going to go for a galaxy theme, even though it's probably not going to turn out galaxy. I kind of wanted to turn out like this. but a little bit different. So another unique colorway. So let's just pour some paint in there. And you want to make sure that the paint that you're using is not like watery. Martha Stewart paint is kind of thick. That's probably a good amount right there. So I'm using black. This is a good amount right here because I don't want that much black in there. So you don't have to use the same exact amount of paint for every color. You can use more black than blue, more blue than black. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it's not a lot of paint. Because if it's a lot of paint, it will take longer to dry, and then it'll just be clumpy, and yeah. So I'm going to speed up this process. Okay, so now that I have all of my colors of paint inside of the containers, I'm going to take the spoon. Let me pull up my sleeves. I'm going to take the spoon and just scoop some of the suds solution that we made earlier and just pour it into the containers of paint. And when I was pouring the paint in here, I could see that the pink paint was, wow, some water just got on the table there, but it's going to dry up. I can see that the pink paint was watery, so it shouldn't need that much of this solution because it'll just make it even waterier, if that's a word. So you only need probably a little bit. So I'm going to put 2 scoops of suds in here because of the amount of blue paint that I put in here. I didn't mean to put that much in there, but it just happens, I guess. So like I said, we only need a little bit for the pink because the pink paint is watery. So let's get this out of the way. So now that we got that out the way and all the paint is right here and the table is cleaned off, you just want to mix it, all the colors. I'm going to do the lighter colors first so the darker colors don't get mixed in with the lighter colors. So I'm going to go in with this pink one first. You don't want to add too much sud solution to where the paint becomes even waterier if it's already watery. So this one is mixing pretty good, I guess. It's just a little sudsy. So you just want to mix these. Second color. We're not gonna let that little bit of pink get in the way of this video, so let's continue. That was the second time. Now, let's get back with the video. Okay, so now that all of our colors are nicely mixed, if you think that any of your paints are too watery, all you have to do is just add some more paint, as you saw me do when these two, I believe, like fell out of the container while I was mixing it, or just spilled. So surprisingly, this one isn't really that watery. So let's get on with step 3. You just need a cup. You can use any cup. I'm just going to use a plastic cup because I don't want to use a cup that we drink out of. All you want to do is just pour all of these paints into this cup, but like in a swirl, or you could just pour it anyway. I'm going to do it in a swirl, and I'm going to allow you guys to see me do it. So this is the table right now, you know, with all the colors on there. So you could just take any color that you want. I'm going to use, I guess, the blue one first. Doesn't really matter to me. And then I'm just going to swirl it in there. And then stop. Take the second color. You don't want to pour all of it in there. Swirl. Stop. Sit that back down. Next color. Swirl that also. Sit that down. Next color. Swirl. Sit that down. Then I'm going to use purple. Sit that down. And as you can see, paint is getting on the table. That is perfectly fine. Oops. Why would you do that? Now I'm just going to use black. Just get this off of the spoon, I guess. Then I'm just going to repeat that. Okay, so let's continue this. I left off on this color, so now we're going to do pink. And I'm going to show you guys what the cup is looking like once I'm done putting all the colors in here. Wow, it looks really cool right now. It looks the same, the exact same from when I just showed you guys from the last clip. I'm just adding colors and repeating it. So I don't know what color I used after that. I believe it was this.
But you guys, you don't have to go in the same order. You can, like I said, you can use whatever colors, whatever order. You can pour the entire thing into here. And you don't have to do what I'm doing. You could just pour the entire color in there. Do it color by color. Then, just gonna, this black is thick. Like I said, Martha Stewart's paint is kind of thick. So it's not pouring into here, but just going to hit it against here.
And honestly, I don't really think I need the rest of this paint because it's already full. Ooh, I'm going to mess it up. So I think I'm going to just do it one more time and then just stop. I'm not going to pour the entire container in here.
So let's just do this again.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna end off with this color because I just like the way it looks while it's on top. And I think it's gonna make it look really pretty. Well, it's not really much of this color left, so it's not gonna look how it looked before when there was a whole bunch of color left. Ooh, but it looks beautiful. So now I'm gonna let you guys see what the cup looks like inside. So this is what the cup is looking like. This is what the table is looking like. It's paint on the table, but I can just easily clean that up. So let's clean this up and then we'll get on with step 4. Now that the table is completely cleaned off and nothing is on it, we're going to continue with step 4. So, for step 4, you're going to want to get your canvas. This is my canvas. You're also going to want a towel that you don't mind getting dirty. I'm just going to use this one and put it on this side. I'm going to fold it in halves because the towel is really big. Well, let me just fold it this way so that if the paint goes through, it doesn't get on the table. Even if it does get on the table, I can clean it off. So I'm just gonna leave that on there. So this is what the table looks like. Just a towel on it. Then you're gonna take your canvas and take the plastic off of this. Like I said, this is a 14 by 11. I got this from my local Michael's store. I got it for in a 2-pack. It was about $5. If you have a number with them and you give them your number, it'll take some money off. So this maybe was about $3, but it was originally about $5 or $6. So I'm just gonna sit this down right here. Don't touch it, just sit it down. You can use tape to put on the back of this. It's optional, but when I did, it really ripped it. So like on here, if you use this kind, I wouldn't recommend putting tape on here because it ripped the edges off. But if you want to put tape on there, go ahead. I put tape on here. It didn't really give me a problem, but it just is too much to put tape on there because after the paint dries, you're going to end up ripping the paint off because the paint is on top of the tape. So it's just way too much. So now you want to take your cup. This is all still a part of step 4. Now you want to do this carefully. That's why I have a towel. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave the towel here. What you want to do is flip the cup over, or what you could do is put this on top, right, and then hold it down and flip it over. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. You will get your hands dirty for this, so if you don't want to have paint on your hands or stuck to your fingernails or whatever, you could just put on gloves. So I'm not gonna put on gloves because I'm an OG. So what you want to do, I'm gonna just do it the easier way because when I did it the first time, paint didn't get everywhere, but I feel like it's just easier to do it this way. So you won't have to take the chance of getting paint everywhere. So I'm just gonna sit this on here. Make sure you're pressing down hard, but not hard, like not very hard to where the canvas rips. So you wanna make sure your hand is positioned right. So just like this, and then hold down, flip over, and now it's just flipped. So let it sit there for about 2 to 3 minutes, so I'll get back on here once it's done. Also, while we're waiting for this, make sure you just subscribe. It's that red button down below. It's for free, and I would really appreciate it if you do. And press that notification bell, and also like this video. Okay, so it's been about 2 to 3 minutes. So what you want to do now is just pick the cup up, and the point of letting it sit is so that all the paint goes down to the bottom and it's not really any left in the cup. So just pick the cup up, and look inside of the cup, you guys. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna sit this on the floor on top of a bag, obviously, so it doesn't mess up. And then I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So this is what it's looking like. It kind of looks like a pancake, but you can kind of see the little bubbles. That's what the point of the suds is, or the soap and water, so that the bubbles will be in there. And you can see that the paint is moving to the corners, which you want, so that it can cover the entire thing. What is this? Not sure, but I'm going to sit you guys down so you can see what the next step is. So after picking the cup up, what you want to do is pick the canvas up. This is what you actually need gloves for if you don't want paint on your fingers, but I'm not going to use gloves. You just want to move the canvas around so that the paint can just go off the sides. And this is what you need the towel for. And I like mixing black with black with purple because it gives you that nice cool effect. Alright you guys, so after holding this for a while and letting the paint pass every corner, this is what it looks like. So pretty. And you can kind of see what the paint did. The pink, like right here where the purple and the black is, it gave off a nice cool effect. That's why I always like to do galaxies. And this is what the back looks like. Paint is still dripping off. And it's on my arm now from just turning that around. But yeah, it's washable paint, so it can come off. But this is what it looks like. I really like how it came out. And I don't want to sit it down like this, so I'm just going to flip it over. And it's totally fine if paint got on the table, because I could just wash it off. But I'm pretty sure it didn't, because this towel is kind of thick. So now I'm just going to sit this down to dry. It takes about maybe, for this one, it maybe takes about 2 hours or so. I'm pretty sure it'll be really pretty once it's done, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, a close-up. So, montage, 5, 6, 7. I hope you guys liked the mini montage right before this clip, but I'm here to tell you that the paint has dried. It is currently 3 days later. 3 days later, and I just wanted to finish this video so I can get it out to you guys. So, you ready to see? Dun, 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 dun! Look at this beauty. Literally. I might have to turn the brightness down some so you can see it better. See? Look at this. This beauty is real. Like, I made this beauty. So, if you guys, hold up, let's turn the brightness back up. So, if you guys want to make dun 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 dun, just follow all the steps in this video and watch it all the way through, which you probably did if you're at the end of it. But anyway, just watch it all the way through before you attempt to make it, because if you don't, then you might eventually mess up someplace. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below some suggestions, and if you aren't already subscribed, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop them bangers. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.
I spilled me on my gas. Life suck, oh well, true that.